Good afternoon and welcome to Trojan Vision,
West Brunswick's only TV news show brought to you by Miss McKinley's journalism class. I'm Brian Willis.
and I'm Ferris Carter. The Drama Club is finishing the year with a modern version of the beloved classic Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. The show will be performed in the theater on Wednesday, May 27th at 7 p.m. and Thursday, May 28th at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Please come out and support our drama program. Alice in Wonderland, Urban Edition, is sure to be a show you will not forget.
Last Thursday, our English 4 students presented their graduation projects to a panel of faculty and community judges. This is the capstone project for all seniors. It requires that all 4 Ps, paper, product presentation, and portfolio, are done successfully in order to graduate. Underclassmen should pay attention because they will be presenting their senior year as well. Don't believe the rumor that it's going away. Cameron Huffman has the story.
Hey, good evening. I'm Colonel Retired Joe Callisto. I'm a senior Army instructor here at West Brunswick High School, and I'm out facilitating tonight with the senior projects. This is pretty cool stuff. When I was in high school, we didn't have a chance to do anything like this. I think it's really neat because the kids get a chance to utilize their communication skills, get up to people they don't know, and communicate a topic of their choice. Pretty cool stuff, and I'm happy to be here helping out.
Hi, my name is Taylor Olson. I did my senior project on hip-hop music. I am nervous tonight. It's kind of scary coming in front of a panel. Yeah.
Graduation projects are a unique experience. It's an opportunity for the students to explore new avenues, explore some possible job or career choices for them, and it's a chance for the community to see what's going on at West Brunswick. So all in all, I think it's a very good opportunity for the students.
I did my senior project on alternate education, namely BCC and other forms of community college. My mentor was Miss Davis Wicker. She was one of the professors over at the early college, or not the early college, excuse me, BCC. And there's a lot of great programs out there, especially for people with lower incomes, people who are worried about paying for college and other things. I had a great time. She was a great mentor, helped me a lot. I learned a lot about other options for after high school. It was an interesting semester, but we got through it, and I can't wait to graduate.
And the senior project was on Hunger in America. Feeling a little nervous, but I'm ready to get to sober.
Okay, I'm glad I got mine over with first semester, but I really hope that the kids tonight do well too.
My name is Jacob Young, and I did my senior project on the film industry. And as you can see, we're here today doing our senior projects, and I'm honestly a little nervous, but I'm about to go in there and kill it.
I enjoy being a judge because I like to see the projects that the kids come up with. I like to see how they incorporate what interests them with what they possibly could do with it in the future.
I think the senior projects are a great program because it gets the kids to interact in a real world situation.
Hi, I'm Barb Stevens. I've been judging probably for the last 3 or 4 years. I love to come. The students have a variety of creative and interesting topics, and my husband and I usually judge together, and we are always amazed at the things they come up with to do their projects on. Very well presented. The students are very courteous. Just love the whole experience.
Miss Gerald's class wants you to know about the importance of hand washing. Shaughnessy Dixon has the story.
Hello, I'm Shaughnessy, and this is Miss Gerald. She's the bioscience teacher at West Brunswick, and we're here to talk about Project Lead the Way for the hand washing campaign her class is doing.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I think we started this initially as a health campaign. The students had an assignment that they were to do a health campaign around the school. And so 2 of the things they did, one was a poster campaign where they went out and put posters everywhere. And the other one was a video that they put together with a little song that they wrote.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask her some questions about hand washing hygiene and why it's important. So why is it important?
Well, you have to realize that your hands touch everything, and your fingers carry germs, and the best way to keep from spreading those germs is to wash them off. Now, everybody's gelling right now. Everybody gets a squirt of gel everywhere they go, and that's a good thing, but it was never really meant to take the place of hand hygiene. There's nothing that's going to beat good old soap and water and that friction.
How does washing my hands help lower my risk of getting sick?
Well, you have to realize that when you are sick, To start with, the best thing you can do if you're coughing or sneezing is to cough or sneeze into your elbow, not into your hands. And if you happen to come up with your hands, go right away and get some hand gel or wash them so that you don't spread those germs everywhere you touch.
And is it better to wash your hands with hot or cold water and soap or no soap?
It's better to wash your hands actually with warm water, because if the water's too hot or too cold, then you're not going to stay there and rub them. And of course, you know the old song, the ABCs. You should stay there as long as it takes you to sing the ABCs twice. That's about 15 to 20 seconds. And the friction is what really helps you. So a little bit of soap is good, but the friction is what really makes all the difference. Now, would you like for us to do this little experiment?
Oh, yep.
Okay. So the first thing we do is we put a little bit of, and let me hold this for you. We put a little bit of powder there. And I'm going to ask you to rub it in your hands. This is a luminescence powder. We call it Glow Germ. Okay? And after you do that, hold your hands underneath there. Okay. As you can see, you have the powder on your hands, so that simulates a germ. Okay? So now you need to go and wash your hands. Remember to keep your water warm. Yeah. Just keep your water warm, and remember to scrub your hands. Hold your hands down so that the water runs off of them at the end. Make sure to wash around your wrist and between your thumb and your forefinger. And of course, if you have jewelry, it's always good to wash around the jewelry. Some people even take the jewelry off. I don't recommend it unless you can make sure to remember to pick it back up. And scrub your hands and let the water run off. Take the towel and turn the faucet off, and then finish wiping your hands. You actually do it with 2 different towels, but it's okay. Now let's go see what a good job you did. And let's see what a good job she did washing her hands. There's nothing there. Great job.
Okay, Miss Gerald, how often should we wash our hands?
Well, you should wash your hands in the typical ways: before you eat, after going to the restroom, any time that you've coughed or sneezed into your hands, any time that you're fixing to provide care for someone, make sure that you wash your hands. And anyone that's going into the hospital or to a doctor's office, you should always ask your provider, your healthcare provider, are your hands clean before you allow them to touch you. Most of the time now you'll see them gelling, and they'll rub it, and they'll be talking to you while they're rubbing their hands so that you know their hands are clean before they touch you. You should also wash your hands after you've done anything, like if you're doing a lab or if you're messing with papers or anything like that. Try to keep your hands clean, because everything you touch has germs, and you share your germs everywhere you touch. So good hand hygiene prevent illness and disease.
Congratulations goes out to this year's retiring teachers. Ms. Abu Shakra with the EC department is retiring after 18 years. Ms. Clayton with the English department is retiring after 29 years as both an EC teacher and English teacher. Mr. Hickman is retiring after 29 years of teaching, coaching, and leading. Mr. Ambrose is retiring after 31 years of teaching social studies and psychology. Ms. Lovell, also with the EC department, is retiring after 39 years of teaching.
Graduation will be held on Saturday, June 13th at 1 p.m. Please be sure to follow the dress code. This is an honorable event, so please dress and act accordingly.
Yearbooks are on sale. They're $60 cash here at school. Please see Ms. Karwacki. They can also be ordered online at yearbookordercenter.com using code 570.
Welcome to the Trojan Vision Sports Report. Over to Brian for a quick recap of the spring sports action.
Women's soccer finished the year with 8 wins, 9 losses, and 3 ties. They lost to Cardinal Gibbons in the first round of playoff action. Tennis finished the season with a losing record. Top-seeded Cameron Huffman earned honorable mention all-conference honors. Baseball finished the year with a 19-7 record and lost in the first round of the playoffs. Special thanks to the 5 seniors for their leadership. This season, Cameron Lewis, Zach Fish, Charlie Karsich, Gray Cheers, and Brett Babson. Softball lost in the second round of the playoffs to Swansboro with a score of 4-2. The girls have had one of the most successful seasons in West history. Golf competed well in the state tournament, even shooting one of their best rounds of the year at .319. They finished 11th in the state. Landon Patterson, Cole Snyder, Tucker Vaughn, and Drew Boyer were key players throughout the tournament.
Now it's time for our Just for Fun segment. I asked our seniors to relive some of their funniest high school memories. Here's what they had to say.
Today, me and Kanisha Grissett, a good friend of mine, we were being childish freshman year, playing tag. Kanisha tagged me, so I had to get her back. We were running through the courtyard. Just got done raining. We came through the building. I hit this corner right here. This corner fell, slid across the whole entire floor in front of the whole school. Brand new shoes, didn't break them in yet. Most embarrassing day of my life in high school because everyone stared at me and nobody helped me up while I just laid there.
My funniest moment in high school was being on a lacrosse team that didn't win a single game.
Okay, one time, me and my friends were TPing Christian Cheney's car, and we thought he was coming, so we ran, and Bethany Morrison tripped, and she fell in all this mud, and it was really funny.
One time, I was backing out of my friend Campbell's house, and I thought I hit a trash can, but I ended up hitting one of his neighbors walking down the road, and
I think the funniest moment of my high school career was this past weekend.
Today?
I was at Cole Snyder's house, and I walked outside, and Sarah Lynn happened to hit my parked vehicle and completely damaged the side of her car. And I just sprayed a little plastic dip over my bumper, and it fixed it, and now she's got to get some repair done. So.
All right, my funniest moment in high school would have to be when I was on the way to school, and I was eating chocolate candies. And I was riding to school with my dad, and I sat in them. And then when I got to class, everyone was laughing at me, and I was wondering what they were laughing at. And it turns out it smeared all over my butt. And everyone thought I crapped my pants. It's really embarrassing.
I'll probably have to say the funniest thing I've seen in my high school career was when my junior year, when we went on the Deccan Nationals trip to Atlanta. We were walking through the underground tunnels of trains and whatnot. And there was an escalator that was going up, and one of our DECA members, Christian Cheney, decided he would walk down the stairs and try and walk. He tried to walk up the escalator. He was walking up the escalator that was going down, and got to the very top and lost his footing and just absolutely fell and just busted his knee and fell down the whole escalator. It sounds pretty bad. But as soon as we found out he was okay, it was hilarious, and that was probably one of the funniest things I've seen.
That's all the time we have for today, but you can read more in the latest edition of The West Wind, available next week. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Trojan Vision, please stop by Ms. McKinley's room in room 186.
Thank you for joining us.
And have a great summer.